Stop me if you've heard this one before. The Pittsburgh Penguins raced to a 2-0 lead. They looked like a professional, competent team, and they lost 3-2 in overtime to the Tampa Bay Lightning Tuesday night here at PPG Paints Arena. I am Dan Kingerski on the Pittsburgh Hockey Now YouTube channel, and I don't know what else to say. 8 times in 21 games. I think I had my count off a couple of days ago. I was already at 9 on Saturday. This was actually number 8, officially speaking. 8 times in 21 games. The locker room was speechless. Marcus Pettersson didn't say it best when he said, "I don't know what to say." However, Coach Mike Sullivan, in his very brief post-game press conference, and by the way, it was brief not because Sullivan cut it short, but because he said everything there needed to be said very quickly and very sternly. Sullivan had that furious calm, and you could see it, you could hear it in his voice, the way he punctuated and emphasized a couple of very important words. With his brow furrowed and his eyes looking up, very similar to the look I used to give my son when I was very angry at him. Staring at the back wall, Sullivan said, "We need to compete harder, need to have pride in defending." The obvious inference, even though he spun the words slightly to the positive, was the Penguins don't have pride in defending. That was rather obvious. The number of pokes and whacks that Tampa Bay got near the Penguins net, even when the Penguins were playing really well, kind of inexcusable. The number of defensive mistakes. And then, of course, Tampa Bay gets 1 goal in the third period, and the Penguins were already in the U-Haul headed up I-279 to Cranberry for tomorrow's practice. And you just have to wonder what in the world is going on with a veteran-laden team that should know better than these mistakes. I mean, they were extraordinary. I'll break those down on Pittsburgh Hockey Now, but there are very few innocent culprits in all of this. I think the bright spot for the team once again, Drew O'Connor, Jesse Puljujärvi, and Sam Poulin. That line provided the first goal, provided a lot of energy. However, this is the problem when you have the collision of young players and a veteran team, and you're not yet committed to a full youth movement. Vasily Ponomarev, Pony, as they call him, made a few egregious positional errors. Sullivan had to sit him, by early in the second period. Not unwarranted, okay? I know everyone wants to jump on Sullivan. Play the young players, let them play through their mistakes. These were not NHL mistakes. These were very basic hockey mistakes, such as holding the blue line as the F3, despite the fact that the play is already headed the other way against you and you have no contact with the puck carrier. That was, kind of a rookie AHL, or actually an ECHL sort of play by Ponomarev, and Sullivan had no choice but to sit him. The cascading effect was that Drew O'Connor had to double shift third line center, fourth line winger. That drove down the ice time of the third line, and also probably drove down the ice time of the fourth line as well. So those things it was, you could see the storm clouds on the horizon. However, their lack of attention to detail continues to be mind-boggling. They were very good in the first 2 periods. And then in the third period with a lead, they honest-to-goodness play as if it doesn't matter. Sidney Crosby was shaking his head kind of in very soft tones, saying we have to find a way to get momentum back. We have to, learn from this. And all the stuff you've heard before. Marcus Pettersson unsaid it best when he said, "I don't know what to say." And that's probably the best way to put it. The locker room is out of answers, quite frankly, in this little 5-minute Penguins postgame. By the way, like and subscribe. If there's a day to bag skate a no-puck practice, yeah, it very well might be Wednesday at UPMC Cranberry. So if you want to watch the Penguins get punished, maybe that's the day you take the kids to practice. I don't think you're going to see a happy-go-lucky loose practice on Wednesday. They are out of time. They're out of excuses. They have no answers. It's time to hit the nuclear reset button, and whatever that means for this coaching staff and this team, yeah, it's time to push it. All right, that's your 5-minute post-game. Like I said, like, subscribe, share, and criticize or praise, whatever it is. The blame game, I think, goes from the top on down on this. And we'll dive into that in our live chat, which probably gets pushed to Thursday, because I suspect we're going to get a lot of changes on Wednesday that we're going to have to report on, and I have to be at practice at noon, so I'll be at the practice facility until about probably 3 o'clock, if not later. So we won't be able to do the live chat on Wednesday. Thursday, we'll have to probably do it then, but we'll have some more information, and I'll drop some of this stuff into a podcast as well. Yeah, it's bewildering. It's, I'm sure, frustrating for a lot of you, and there is no end in sight. I'm Dan Kingerski from PPG Paints Arena on the Pittsburgh Hockey Now YouTube channel.